Have you ever wondered why some men seem almost transformed when they fall in love, while others struggle to even recognize the feeling? Here's something fascinating. A man's brain processes love differently than a woman's. Research shows that when men are falling in love, their brains light up in areas linked to visual stimulation and reward pathways, while women's brains tend to activate more in regions tied to emotional memory and bonding. In other words, men often start love in their eyes while women start it in their hearts. But here's the twist. That doesn't mean men are shallow. In fact, the way a man falls in love is a layered step-by-step journey that blends instinct, psychology, and personal growth. And most men will never talk about it out loud, but they feel it. Today I'm going to walk you through that hidden process. By the end, you'll understand why men love the way they do, and how that knowledge can make your relationships not only stronger but unbreakable. 1. The spark. Biology meets mystery for men. Love usually begins with a spark. Yes, it's often visual. The way someone smiles, the light in their eyes, the way they move across a room. But here's the deeper truth. It's not just looks, it's resonance. Have you ever noticed how sometimes a man is drawn to someone who doesn't fit the ideal beauty standard? That's because attraction isn't simply about features, it's about energy, confidence, and presence. This stage is primal. Dopamine fires in the brain. The body reacts before the mind does. But here's where it gets interesting. While that first spark is rooted in biology, what happens next determines if it's just chemistry or the beginning of love. Think of it like a doorway. Attraction is the door that opens. Dorjiv contentry in you kend or jiv kend. Love is what's waiting on the other side. 2. Curiosity and connection. Once a man feels that spark, his attention sharpens. He notices how she speaks, what she laughs at, how she treats people. This is the curiosity stage, and it's powerful. A man might start testing the waters with small conversations, looking for that flow, those effortless exchanges that make hours feel like minutes. Connection isn't just about common interests, it's about emotional rhythm. Can I talk to her about my passions? Does she listen? Does she challenge me? Here's something most people miss. Men don't always articulate this stage, but they feel it deeply. When conversations flow naturally, it plants the seed. Maybe this person really gets me. 3. Emotional safety. The hidden key. Here's the turning point. A man may be attracted. He may enjoy the connection, but love doesn't truly begin until he feels safe. Society often teaches men, don't cry, don't show weakness, don't be vulnerable. But love cracks that armor. When a man finally feels he can share his fears, his doubts, his messy truths, and he's met with acceptance instead of judgment, that's when love takes root. For example, a man might admit he's unsure about his career, or reveal insecurities from his past. If she listens with empathy, that moment rewires his brain. He starts associating her with safety, trust, and belonging. This is why so many men say, I knew she was the one because I could be myself around her. 4. The choice to commit. Now here's something most movies get wrong. Men don't just fall into lifelong love. They decide. Biology creates the spark. Emotions create vulnerability. But commitment is a conscious choice. It's the moment where passion meets logic. He asks himself, can I grow with her? Do our values align? Does this relationship make me a better man? It's not about butterflies anymore. It's about building a life. Men reflect on consistency. Was she there when I struggled? Does she celebrate me when I win? This stage is where love matures. It evolves from chemistry into loyalty, investment, and partnership. 5. Nourishing the bond. Falling in love is effortless. Staying in love is intentional. For men, what keeps love alive isn't just attraction. It's feeling respected for who they are, appreciated for what they give, and trusted to lead and grow. Men thrive when their efforts are noticed. It doesn't have to be grand, a thank you, A smile or recognition of his consistency can mean everything. When that appreciation fades, men often feel unseen. When it's nurtured, they invest even deeper. This is why the strongest relationships are built not just on passion, but on daily acts of respect and gratitude. 6. Respect and admiration, the fuel of male love. Here's something most women underestimate. For men, respect often matters, even more than love itself. A man can be adored, but if he doesn't feel respected, the bond weakens. Why? Because respect fuels his identity. When a partner acknowledges his resilience, his effort, his ambitions, it strengthens his bond to her. It's not ego, it's biology. Men tie love to their sense of purpose, but admiration works both ways. Men fall more deeply when they admire a woman's strength, wisdom, and character. That mutual admiration creates a love that isn't just emotional, it's inspiring. 7. Shared journeys, shared memories. Finally, men fall, and stay, in love through shared experiences. Think about it. Couples who travel together, face struggles together, or even just build daily rituals, create emotional anchors. A man remembers not just the big moments, but the small ones, the late-night talks, the inside jokes, the way she stood by him when things got hard. These shared memories act like glue, turning attraction into devotion. Over time, they form the story he tells himself. This is my person. This is my home. So let's put it all together. Men fall in love through stages: attraction, curiosity, safety, choice, nourishment, respect, and shared journeys. It's a dance between biology and choice, instinct and intention. Love isn't just something that happens to men. It's something they build, step by step, when they find the right person. And here's the most powerful insight. Once a man truly falls, his love can be fierce, loyal, and deeply enduring, but only if it's met with the same respect, curiosity, and care that allowed it to grow in the first place. Because love isn't luck, it's understanding the process and nurturing it every day.